Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Heidi Corona, and this is Spirit Speaks Live. I am so excited to have you with me today. My website is spiritspeaks.org. You can always check me out there. I'm an intuitive life coach and a spiritual teacher with Spirit Speaks. Today, I will not be taking any callers, but I will be talking to you guys about some real deal stuff and talking about some real techniques that you can put into play in your lives if it's applicable to you, because I want to tell you guys what's going on with me. So if you followed me at all here on A1R or on my other pages, you would know that I'm a psychic medium, an energy healer, and an animal communicator. And I want you guys to know that yesterday our family dog passed away. And even for a medium, me, myself being a medium and knowing evidentially of the continuity of life, that we all live beyond these physical vessels, me being a medium, I need to tell you guys it doesn't make it easier. It doesn't make it easier. I've heard a lot of people are suffering loss at this time with people and with pets. And my heart goes out to all of you. My heart goes out to all of you. My heart goes out to the people that I have read for on lives like this recently who have lost pets and family members. And my heart just goes out to you guys. And I want to talk to you about how special pets can be and what an amazing journey you can have if you open your heart and open your eyes and open your life up to animal communication, to noticing the little people that are inside of our pets. So our family dog that passed, I'll tell you, he was 15 years old and he passed yesterday morning, and it was quite sudden. However, it was natural causes, and we couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, other than for him to still be with us. You know what I mean? And don't we always? Don't we wish for something better, something more time? I wish I would have done something differently. I wish I would have let him have the treat. I wish I would have taken him outside or not yelled at him for whatever, right? We feel these things when our loved ones, people and pets, when our loved ones have passed out of our lives. And I want you to know that Yoda was 15 years old, and I met him 2 years ago. So he was only my dog for 2 years. And when I first met him, he didn't trust me at all. It's really funny. I'm an animal communicator, and when I first met Yoda and his brother Buddy, I was a new friend to their family, and I need to tell you, Yoda was so stoic and loyal. And this is for those animal communicators out there. This is important information because personality matters. Personality matters 100% because some people you click with and some people you don't. Some people you vibe with and some people you don't. And the same goes for animals, the same goes for pets, and the same goes for animal communication. So a pet may not vibe with you, may not decide to communicate with you. And to be honest, that was the case with Yoda when I first met him. When I first met him, his brother Buddy was so chatty and talkative, willing to communicate with me, willing to play with me. It was the funnest thing. But Yoda was very reluctant to do that because he was an older dog and he was more loyal. And he didn't know if it was okay. He didn't know if it was okay until his owner trusted me. And then he trusted me. And I want to tell you that a year and a little over a month ago, after I'd already established kind of a bond with Yoda, some loose animal communication bonds, and I'll talk to you guys about some techniques that you can use around your house or locally at your park or wherever. I'll throw some things out there for you guys. But I want to talk about just a moment. Let me sip my water. So I had been using some techniques loosely around the house, but nothing was really serious. I was just playing with my animal communication, opening it up with these pets that I have. And Yoda became very sick. Last year, Yoda became very, very sick, and it came on kind of slowly. We noticed he didn't feel so good. He kind of didn't want to eat. He kind of didn't want to drink, and we were kind of encouraging him to do so. And then he decided he was going to walk out and lay under the old tree. And just die, to be honest. And we freaked out and took him to the vet. And I, at that point, was using some forms of energy healing, which really, guys, any of us can use energy healing. Any of us can use animal communication. Any of us can connect with spirit. I'm such a huge advocate for that. You can do it as well. Even if you feel like I'm not a special person, I don't know how to do that. So learn how to do that. There are people who can teach you. I can teach you how to do that, me and others. You can get free books from the library. You don't have to pay to learn. These things can change your life. These things can change the lives of others. So when Yoda fell ill last year, I was already kind of dabbling in a little bit of energy healing, praying over people, sending healing light, hoping things worked, right? And I was getting good results. But again, I was not attending to anything super challenging, right? Well, when Yoda fell ill and we didn't know what was wrong with him, even the vet didn't know what was wrong with him. I began to experiment. I called in every angel and archangel that you can think of as often as I can remember. And you guys out there, that it should be, could be, if you can use it, your number one go-to. The angels will help you with any problem that you have. The angels will help you with any healing that needs to be done. The angels are here to assist us and uplift us and help us on our missions as we want to help the world. So if you want to help someone, if you want to pray for someone, if you want to do something in service of God, ask the angels to help you and they will make sure it gets done. So I called in every angel I could think of as often as I possibly could. I began learning about gridding and putting crystals in energy vortexes and sitting in meditation and lifting Yoda up in that way so that the angels could heal him. I started tapping in with Filipino psychic surgery techniques to try to get inside of his body and heal whatever was wrong with him. And this was last year. He was on life support, you guys. I'm serious. The vet wanted us to put him down. They urged us to put him to sleep for several days in a row. And sometimes when you're just too close to your family member who's suffering, you just don't know what to do, right? And me, even though I was an animal communicator, I was so close to his sickness, and I had so much compassion and heartache for him to see him suffering in such a way that I thought it best to go to another animal communicator to get a third party opinion and say, please, can you connect with my dog? He's very sick. We're taking him to the vet. Please let me know what we can do for him. I don't know if he's gotten into something that's made him sick or he's hurt. And my animal communicator friend came back with, at that time, he's not done yet. He's very sick, but he's not ready to go. And he will let us know when he is. And I'll tell you guys, we hung on for dear life last year. And he pulled out of it. He was the miracle dog. Even the vet was like, no. Now my other dog wants up here, guys. We're talking about his brother who passed away yesterday. And if you're on Moonstruck TV, you can see this is little Rocky. Rocky is Yoda's little brother now, and he's here grieving just like the rest of us, guys. Rocky's grieving the loss of his brother Yoda, just like the rest of us, just like Buddy, just like everyone else here. And I send my heart out to anyone who's suffering this kind of a loss because it is devastating. It is devastating. We can have soulmate bonds with our pets, you guys. Some of you do. I know some of you do. If you're tapping into this kind of a broadcast, psychic readings, mediumship, all of this, then you believe. You believe in the other side. You believe that your relatives are there. You're hoping to get a message from them. Well, your pets are there too. Your pets are there too on the other side waiting for you. And before that, guys, they're here living a life with you. Their whole existence with you, and they are little people. You've heard me say that before, guys. Pets are little people, little tiny personalities in that little tiny body with preferences, with likes, with dislikes, with things that scare them. Notice your pet today. Love your pet today and recognize the little personality that is inside of that little tiny being, whether they're furry or feathered or scaled. All animals have a soul, just like people, just like we do. And I know that Yoda's soul has transitioned to the other side, you guys. And even though I know that in my heart of hearts, because I'm a medium and I've even sensed him here today, it still doesn't hurt any less because I'm a human being first and a medium next. And as a human being, lacking the physical presence of someone that you love so much, someone that you're used to being with you, is just so challenging and so hard. And even though I know it's only a blink of an existence before we're together again, my heart is heavy and it feels like forever. It feels like forever away, and I know that I'm not the only one to ever feel like this. So I want you guys to know that you can connect with your pets in spirit. Since we're talking about it right now, you can connect with your pets in spirit, just like your past loved ones. But what do you need to do first? Believe it's possible. You have to believe, just maybe, it's possible for you. Because if you don't believe that just maybe, the chances of you noticing it happening are so incredibly slim. Open yourself up to the possibility that your pet in spirit or your past loved one in spirit really is connecting with you, contacting you, near you at this time. When you're thinking about them, they're with you. Now, I want to give you this on pets. Oh, I just threw my water cap. If you're thinking of your pet in spirit, no, Ralph, not right now, babe. If you're thinking of your pet in spirit, allow yourself to grieve. I need to tell somebody this. No one understands anyone else's grief. I'll just say that right now. No matter who you are, death hits hard. And as one person, I always feel like my grief is the biggest, most outrageous, horrendous grief that anyone has to bear because it's mine. And I'm the one who's bearing it firsthand, right? And it's the same for you. Allow yourself that. Allow yourself to grieve as long as you need to, because no one can tell you when you're finished. No one can tell you when you're done. No one can tell you when you're healed or should be. And no one can tell you that it's time to get over it. No matter if it's a loved one, a person who is a human being, or a pet. And I'm saying this because sometimes as people, some people who don't understand can be very callous about losing a pet and not understand that that pet was a little person to you. Pets are little people to me. I understand. I feel your pain. And I'm sharing my pain with you guys. Even as a medium, it's still hard. And what I want to offer you on pets, when you're alone or in a familiar place where maybe your pet is familiar with, right? I used to always sit on the porch and my dog would run out and this or that, right? Notice these familiar scenarios when you're thinking of your pet, reminiscing your pet, right? You're thinking of the scenarios that you used to have. Notice your body, guys. I want to give you this. Even after our past loved ones, either human being or pets, once they release their physical body and they no longer have their physical body to try to talk to us or to try to hug us, right? Or to try to get our attention somehow. They still try all of those things. However, they don't have the physical body instrument that we can interpret, okay? So they're trying all these energetic manipulations to get our attention so that we know that they really are present. Sometimes in this very physical, 3D, dense human world, all it feels like is a tingle of chills on our skin, maybe a cool breeze or maybe a warmth, right? Notice the sensations around your body. I'm talking when it's not justifiable, okay? I'm not saying make it fit. If it's breezy and you feel a breeze, then allow the breeze to be what it is, guys. But if you're thinking of your pet in spirit and you're sitting in a certain room and you notice some tingles down by your foot, wow, that's a weird feeling. I never notice anything like that. Pay attention. Say hello. Oftentimes, our pets in spirit will present down by our feet, down by our ankles, even by our knees if it's a bigger pet. Now, if I'm talking about a horse, that thing's going to be gigantic, right? The size matters. The presentation of where they might be matters. Now, if you're laying in your bed at night and your cat used to snuggle under your armpit, and all of a sudden you feel the weirdest sensation under your armpit, you better say hello to your cat in spirit who is still attempting to snuggle with you. Even though it no longer has its physical body, it still wants to be in your presence. Allow it to be. You don't have to tell anybody about this. You don't have to say, hey, I'm feeling chills and tingles, and I think my animals in spirit are visiting me to comfort me. You don't have to tell anybody. Just know in your heart that it's real. Allow yourself to accept and receive that. That's the first step. And those are your animals in spirit, guys. The same goes with past loved ones in spirit. You have to believe it's a possibility. Believe that maybe something you feel, sense, see, or notice out of the norm could possibly be from the other side. If you allow yourself to believe in maybe, then miracles are possible, guys. Miracles are possible. Now, I want to share this crystal with you that I have. I've got this crystal. I brought it over here, guys, because my heart hurts. My heart hurts. If you're watching me and you can see this beautiful crystal, it is a rhodonite. RHODONITE. I hope that's right. Rhodonite is what it is. It's black and pink. This is a polished stone that I have. But if you'll notice, the pink is very similar to rose quartz type of a color, but it's speckled with black. Rhodonite is very good for healing heart trauma, healing these kinds of wounds, gaping wounds that are left in our lives by people that we love, people, pets, whoever. Guys, if you've got some heart healing that could stand to be done, if you're grieving or mourning a loss that is just darn devastating, if your life is shaken up and you need a little bit of help to absorb and transmute and deflect some of the emotions that you don't need to carry, rhodonite is an excellent, excellent calming crystal. And when you're working with rhodonite, call in the angels, man. Call in Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael will help you with your heart healing, with your whole process. If you don't know about calling in the angels, it's just that simple. You sit quiet and you say, hey, angels, angels, if you've got a specific one, Archangel Raphael, I'd love it if you would come sit with me for some heart healing, please, because I'm very broken right now. Life circumstances have really got me down and I need you. That's all you have to do. Be real with the angels. They already know who you are. You're a real regular person, so talk to them just like any other real regular person. And then allow yourself to feel the presence of the angel who comes to support you. Allow yourself to feel it. And let me tell you what it may feel like. You might experience angels differently, but I'll tell you what I experience with angels. When I'm asking an angel to come and help me get through some stuff, I might notice some shivering and chills. I'll tell you that right now. I get real cold when angels are around, but you may not. So please notice what's different for you. Know when you call the angel they're coming, and notice how you sense them. Do I feel freezing and chills and tingles and I'm shaking because my hands are cold? I called the angels. Now I'm freezing. My hands are shaking. Thank you. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. I appreciate you being here. Please send some of that healing to all others who are watching this broadcast and resonating with this information and need your help as well. The door is open for you now. So you can accept that into your heart if you want to ask Archangel Raphael to come help you to clear some of the wounds that you have. It doesn't matter what it's from, guys. The angels will help you with anything. Let's see. So I want to talk to you about our living pets. I want to talk to you about our little fur babies that sometimes can just be so close with us. And I'll tell you what, I have an animal soulmate. I'm not gonna lie and say that Yoda was my soulmate. He was not. Yoda was not my soulmate. I told you. He's only been my dog for 2 years, but I loved him, man. And he loved me and I was his mama. But I have my own animal soulmate, and her name is Nani. If you know me, you ever visit me on Facebook or on my web page, you would know about Nani. And Nani is my soulmate, my heart and soul, and I would be crushed if anything ever happened to Nani. And I want to tell you about my animal communication with Nani. Nani is my soulmate. Do you have an animal soulmate? Have you ever had one? If you've never had one, I can honestly say you probably won't understand, because I didn't understand until I met Nani. Yeah, I liked animals. I thought they were okay. But when I met Nani, I realized that I could love an animal more than I could ever thought possible, that she has her own little personality. Who even knew was possible, right? You can find that too if you're an animal person. You might already have it. You might already be saying, "Hi, I know exactly what you're talking about. My animal's the coolest animal in the whole wide world," right? You know what I'm talking about. So with Nani and me, we had this bond. The animal communication was already there. It was already there. And somehow she knew what I was thinking. Somehow she always knew what I was thinking. And it was so weird, even when maybe I didn't, right? She would come and comfort me when I was upset. I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. When I would get in an argument, she would sit in front of my door and growl out of my bedroom door. That's hilarious. A cat. She's a cat, and she would growl like a dog to make sure no one would bother me when I didn't want to be disturbed, you guys. She always knew what I was thinking, but it turned out I kind of knew what she was thinking too. And that was really weird. I just seemed to know when she was upset. I just seemed to know when she wanted cuddles and lovin's. I knew when she just wanted time alone and needed me not to bother her, right? Animal communication is just like that with your pets that are always in your home. You're in the same energy field all day, all the time. You always kind of know what they're thinking anyways, if you try. So I challenge you this with your pets at home. And I'll give you one for outdoor pets, other pets, if you don't have pets at home, because not everybody does, but that doesn't mean you can't be an animal communicator. That doesn't mean you can't connect more deeply. So if you are not currently a practicing animal communicator, one of the best tips that I could give you on this, for your home pets, your pets at home, first things first, what you should do is conjure up an image in your mind of your pet, the pet that you're trying to connect with. You know what they look like. If I'm thinking of my Nani, I'm going to think of my Nans in all her detail, and I'm going to see her little face and all her fluffiness and know that she's right there. I've got all her details. Now think of your pet, not right now, but when you're practicing, and conjure all those details. Really make it real in your mind. Imagine that they're sitting right in front of you, but in your mind, you're closing your eyes and you're seeing this in your imaginal realm, which is where your clairvoyance is held, and also the telepathy is up in the causal, right in this whole area, okay? So we can connect with animals using telepathy. However, we're going to conjure that image in our mind, and you need to do something exciting, okay? But you're not going to do it. You're going to pretend do it. Pretend do it in your mind. So if you have a dog who likes a certain toy that makes them so excited, right? Or maybe a dog bone. Or if you've got a cat who likes that wet cat food, what you're going to do is conjure your animal in your mind. And you're also going to conjure that special, exciting thing that they usually respond to in your outer world, right? Crack that can of cat food open, offer it to your cat in your mind, listen to the sound of it, conjure the smell, make it as real as possible. And that whole thing, push it. Push it, push it, push it out of your mind, away from you, towards that clairvoyant image of your animal, right? Push it, push it, push it. Fill in the details, but push that thought. And I'm telling you, Practice this. And when you get that right, it's like a radio tuner. It's like a frequency. And we're on the same frequency as our pets who are in our home day in and day out. But we're kind of here and they're picking us up, and we're attempting to jump into their frequency and start communicating with them. So start with these exciting experiences that they really respond to, conjure them in your mind, and push them outward towards them in the physical world. Now, they don't necessarily have to physically be in front of you. I have to say that too. Animals are telepathic all the time. They talk to each other all day long and never miss a beat. Do you ever see any two animals having a stare down? Do you ever see them literally communicating? So what I want to give you is, when you're communicating and sending these messages to your pets, you may not necessarily see them respond. They're not going to look over their shoulder and go, hey, all right, that sounds great, right? That's not how it works. What you're looking for is that excitement. What you're looking for is that excitement from your pet that they received your message. And then remember, you better follow through, because you offered something. You offered something in a very real way. So follow through with that, with your real pets in home, at your home. Now, as far as reaching out to animals, excuse me, guys, a lot of information to get out. As far as reaching out to animals, maybe you don't have your own pets. Sometimes your own pets are a little more challenging to connect with, because you just don't notice, because you're already connected so much. So if you're wanting to practice in a more open format, and you're able to go sit out at a park, maybe, or at a park, or maybe some kind of pond or something, but a park is just fine. Even a grocery store parking lot, I'm telling you guys, anywhere you want, but outside is great, where many animals can come to you, okay? You would want to, at that point, get quiet, close your eyes, and kind of draw your attention within yourself. Now, what you would do here, this is so much fun. I've done this several times. It's so much fun to see what happens, guys. Get quiet within yourself and ask if there are any animals who would like to communicate with you, to please come towards you, come get into your area and speak with you. And at the same time, you're conjuring that in your heart and you're pushing it out in all directions. Let it float. Let that call float. You're asking, does anyone want to speak with me? And push that energy and see who comes back to you, guys. I've had flocks of birds. I've had flocks of chickens. I've had bunches of turtles. I've had turtles come from here and near and far. Hummingbirds, butterflies. See who comes to you, because all animals, all living beings have souls. All of them are little personalities. If you want to know more or you want to learn more, check me out at spiritspeaks.org. I book private sessions and I teach people to do all of these things from the ground up on your own. Check me out, guys. I send you so much love and blessings, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me.